discover several small seaside towns and a tiny country with the world's richest inhabitants. Passing through Aix-sur-Mer, but we're not getting off the train because we're heading on to Monaco, the world's second smallest country, less than a square mile in size. Small but filled with beautiful contrast. The world's most deluxe country. And you'll soon be arriving at one of the nicest train stations that you'll see anywhere. This is an underground station, deep underground. There's a small mountain above our heads, actually. So this has been carved into the rocks, and you know that you are in a special place when you land in a sparkling train station like the one in Monaco. Choose your way out of the station carefully, depending on where you want to go first, because there are 3 exits that lead to each of the town's 3 main destinations. Train level exit marked Condamine for the harbor, Fontvieille leading to the palace, or the upper exit for the casino. You'll find maps and rather complicated looking diagrams to help you pick your best exit. If you go out the wrong door, it's going to be a long walk to get back in and get around to the correct door. So do it right in the first place. The tourist information office in the train station is a great place to stop and pick up some brochures, and you can get a free city map here. Take the harbor exit from the train station for a wonderful first impression of Monaco with its exclusive marina filled with opulent yachts and circled by fancy shops and cafes. We'll show you the marina view in a moment after we ride the city bus up the hill for a great vantage point looking back down at it. Driving through the modern town, notice how beautiful it is. The buildings are in great shape, the stores are elegant. You don't find any vacant shops here or potholes in the road. We're riding the city bus from the train station right through the town up to the hill. Instead of walking up, you could walk it if you want, but it's pretty steep, so you might as well get on a city bus. It costs €2 for a ride, and that's good for 30 minutes. You could actually ride up, have a quick peek, and ride back down, enjoying this view. Of course, you'll want to stay up on top, as we're going to do, and walk around in the old town. This program will focus on the 2 main areas for a visitor: the old town, where we're at now, and Monte Carlo with the casino and elegant shopping area. Monaco, Monte Carlo, what a place, what a country. Even the young, rich schoolgirls ride the city bus here. Practically everybody rides the bus. There's 146 bus stops, so it's very convenient. And it brings you to this lookout point. Wow, what a view. This has to be one of the great views of the world. You notice how densely packed this city is. Monaco is the world's most densely populated country. And yet there are many other cities in the world that have a greater population density, such as Hong Kong and Singapore and Mumbai and Manila and even Paris. And Monaco does a very good job of organizing the people who live here into beautiful buildings and lovely neighborhoods. So they're doing a great job in handling that population. They might even be considered a model for the rest of the urbanizing areas of the world. It's comfortable. The way they've designed it, they're making full use. Notice the rooftop of this school is a playground. Some kind of AstroTurf soccer field up there. So they really have built an amazing city and a wonderful yacht base. And look how full the marina is with boats. There's hardly any more room. Well, it's a great lookout point, and the old town is right next to it. So this is a nice attraction. Get to walk through these cobble lanes of the old town. This is where Monaco first began. The isolated promontory of Monaco has been inhabited from the remotest antiquity, from the ancient Phocians and the Ligurians and the early Greeks, and then the Romans in the time of Caesar. In the 14th century, it was united under one government by Charles Grimaldi, the great Genoese general who thus founded what is now the Principality of Monaco. There's a well-trained dog walking along without a leash. Nice color harmony and all with these beautiful bricks on the lane. A lot of dogs here, but they take care of them and they're well behaved. They're not barking, they're not aggressive. Oops, he's spotting his friend up ahead. Checking it out, a little friendly hello maybe. These guys know each other, they're neighbors. This is a residential neighborhood as well. Not just for the tourists, but very much for the locals. Notice the winding streets and the odd moped and scooter that comes down here, so you've got to keep your ears open. Again, not very crowded in November. In the summer, these lanes get very packed with the tourists. There's affordable food even in Monaco. You can find budget sandwiches. Look at this, €1.50. That's about $2 for a sandwich. Obviously, these lanes are so narrow, they're not for cars. This is for pedestrians only. And it makes for a nice romantic stroll. The Cathedral of St. Nicholas is a grand Romanesque Byzantine-style edifice that was designed and completed in 1897. The burial chapel of the royalty here includes the tomb of Princess Grace. Grace Kelly, the beautiful American actress, married Prince Rainier in 1956 and retired from acting and became Princess of Monaco until her death in 1982. The palace was once a Genoese castle that was built in the 13th century and then later enlarged by the Grimaldis in about 1630 and decorated in the Renaissance style. The sumptuous apartments with their interesting paintings and elaborate interiors are open to the public. The Old Town is just as attractive in its walls and buildings as any of the other rock villages of the Riviera. There are 3 main pedestrian streets that run in parallel out from the Place du Palais, and they're crisscrossed by some narrow alleys that tie it all together, all around the cathedral. After seeing the Old Town, you could walk back down, or better yet, join the locals and ride the bus. And you'll have another beautiful view riding by the marina with its deluxe and elegant yacht collection. Not only does Monaco have the world's richest people with the highest per capita income, it's got the most millionaires and billionaires per capita, which figures. And Monaco has the world's highest life expectancy at nearly 90 years. Everybody rides the bus, including dogs if they're well behaved. We'll be coming back to the shopping mall in a few minutes, but first we're staying on the bus to hitch a ride down to the casino, the centerpiece of Monte Carlo. The economy will surprise you. You might think that all of the revenues are gained from the gambling casino and related gambling ventures, but actually gambling represents only 3% of the nation's revenue for GDP. Half of the government's income is derived from the VAT, which is a tax on sales and commercial transactions. Some beautiful gardens out in front of the casino. They even have ducks swimming around in their pond. It's easy to walk from the casino across the park over to this lovely shopping mall. It's part of the Metropole complex, one of several deluxe, very modern shopping centers in the middle of Monaco. Multi-level, many different shops. There's a food court, different eateries, and yes, you can get some inexpensive sandwiches and takeaway foods here. It has a busy economy with 1,200 retail stores and 400 wholesalers. There are as many as 50,000 jobs in Monaco for the 80,000 daytime population, so you can see this is a hard-working bunch of people. Health and medicine is also a significant part of the economy here, with a major hospital and research facilities, the Princess Grace Hospital Center, and other health providers, so this is a great place to come for medical care. They have a very diverse economy. based on trade and banking, finance, property, and tourism, of course. The overnight visitors total 300,000 per year, staying in any of the 15 different hotels. Ultra high-class hotels in the 5-star category: the Hermitage, the Hôtel de Paris, the Metropole Monte Carlo, and Monte Carlo Beach Hotel. You can also find budget hotels. There's a couple of 2-star hotels, and you've got 5 3-star hotels. Some kind of carnival going on down by the waterfront. There's quite a bit of contrast in the resident population, which totals about 43,000 people, according to the most recent census, and just 20% of them are native citizens, Monegasque citizens. The rest are residents of the city, but they are foreign nationals. 28% are French, and the rest are international from all over the world. Plus 40,000 people who live in France drive in every day to work. Lovely lighting at twilight and early sunset. Great time to be here. The principal entrance of the casino is between 2 towers with domes of colored tiles and flanked by statues of the Seine and the Mediterranean. Next door is the Hôtel de Paris, one of the world's most deluxe 5-star hotels. To arrive on the terraces of Monte Carlo at twilight on a springtime or autumn evening is one of the great episodes in one's life.